Thor Ragnarok is directed by Taika Waititi and stars Chris Hemsworth, Tom Hiddleston, Cate Blanchett, Tessa Thompson, Idris Elba, Jeff Goldblum, Carl Urban with Mark Ruffalo and Anthony Hopkins. Hela, the goddess of death, has come to take her revenge on Asgard after being imprisoned for nearly a millennia by Odin. Thor, without Mjolnir, must team up with a distant Hulk, an ever-elusive Loki, and newcomer Valkyrie to try and stop Hela before she brings about Ragnarok, the end of all things, the Norse apocalypse. The Thor movies have not been the best Marvel movies out there. I do enjoy the first Thor movie, but it is a little plain and by the numbers, and 2013's Thor the Dark World is this really awkward blend of dark themes but also wacky comedy. It didn't really work then, and it kind of left a bit of a sour taste in both fans' mouths and even for Chris Hemsworth himself. He has said that since playing that character in Thor the Dark World and Age of Ultron, he kind of got a little tired of doing the same thing for Thor. So in comes Taika Waititi, the idea to put in Hulk as well, crossover Thor and Hulk together, have them do their own little adventure, and also bring on a perfect cast. And what we have in Thor Ragnarok is definitely the best Thor movie yet. Thor Ragnarok is a comedy for sure. You have to know that going in. You cannot expect this movie to be really dark and grounded. No, this is just wild and goofy and out there, and it revels in that kind of idea. This is a movie that will do every joke you can think of at every opportunity. It goes there. And I love that. I loved watching nearly every scene of this movie because not only was it fun and engaging, had great action, great effects, but it just made me want to keep watching. I was anticipating every new scene because I kept seeing, as this movie was going along, it just kept getting better and better and better and better. It was like the best kind of roller coaster where you just keep going up, and then you know it's going to just go wow and loopy and just go all craziness, and that's exactly what this movie did. Taika Waititi has pretty much just been given the keys to the Marvel kingdom. They said, go off, do your own thing, and what he brings us is just brilliant entertainment. I think that the characters are really well constructed because yes, they're fun, they do very different things, which I was very surprised about. There's new directions that this movie takes for Thor, Hulk, Loki, Odin, Heimdall, these established characters who we've seen do the same sort of thing, but now they get to do more and be more. The newcomers like Valkyrie and Hela are fantastic. They are wonderfully performed. Pretty much every character in this movie is wonderfully performed by extremely talented actors. There's a nice reevaluation of the brotherhood between Thor and Loki. Odin has a short little thing to do, but it's really effective and kind of gets you in the mood for, okay, I understand the stakes of what is happening. Hulk has a bit of a reflection for what he left back on Earth. Hela, sure, is very just kind of, hey, I'm dark, look at me, I'm the goddess of death, but you kind of understand where she's coming from. Her actions make sense because of her backstory. That's a pretty effective villain. And Valkyrie as well, again, same sort of thing. She has a great backstory and you understand why she's doing the things that she's doing. This movie was just very surprising. It's so much fun. There's a lot of really just incredible in-jokes for Australians and New Zealanders out there. There's a character in particular who just speaks with a New Zealander accent, which was hysterical. Probably the standout character for me in terms of comedy. There's so much crazy directorial choices that Waititi has chosen to use, pulling from Flash Gordon, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, Led Zeppelin, but also he puts his own spin on the established Marvel themes and delivers some pretty incredible action. That's another thing that surprised me. The action sequences for this movie are fantastic. They're really well filmed. They kind of slow down a couple of times to really let you just revel in the incredible imagery that they've constructed. This movie was incredibly exciting. It does have its flaws, however, no Marvel movie is perfect. I think that the Warriors 3, who were never the standout characters at all in the Thor movies, they get literally nothing to do in this movie, and it would kind of stuck out like a sore thumb. The score by Mark Mothersbaugh is good because it's this kind of throwback thing, but it wasn't entirely memorable. I cannot name to you what the theme really sounded like. It just was a lot of, synthesizer sounds, which sure, that's okay. And I also think that the multiple subplots that this movie juggles doesn't really coalesce. We might be having this really fun scene between Thor and Hulk on Sakaar, but then we'd go back to generic setup scenes on Asgard, and I kept thinking, can we go back to the fun stuff, please? Because this stuff's kind of boring. That's my own opinion. I think that this movie might not appeal to everyone. People might be turned off from the fact that it's just a total comedy. Some people might think, oh, it's too similar to Guardians of the Galaxy because it's this cosmic comedy with old school rock music. But guess what? This movie is unique. It has its own blend of all those different themes. It has fantastic direction. It has incredibly fun, awesome performances from pretty much everyone involved. This was an incredibly wild, raw, unfiltered, fun film to watch, and I'd have to say that Thor Ragnarok is worth the tickets and the Blu-ray. So Thor Ragnarok, have you seen it? Please tell me what you think about it in the comments below. There are going to be videos linked down here or one over there. For more Mr. Movies, please press my little face right there. Thanks for watching.